Alright, so it's time for another one of these. It's been 1,000 days since I started playing this game. I actually was waiting for this. I I made a video when I reached 500 days showing my box, and now it's been actually 1,000 days since Green Escanor released on JP Grand Cross. That was the day, maybe it wasn't the exact day, but that was around where I started playing the game, and it's been like 1,000-ish days since, and now it's time. My JP big time box, and some things to explain before I go in. I am of course a paying player. I think that's not not a secret, but I'm not very competitive. So you may see that I don't really care for going for like 12 million box CC. I don't really care for even Guild Wars anymore after playing a little bit and not really liking the game mode. Although I do want to get back into it because maybe time has passed. They probably did some improvements to the game mode. But I am only a paying player for content. If I wasn't a content creator, I would be a free-to-play player because I can't excuse spending money in games that much. I don't really spend money on other games I play. Maybe on like Warzone, I buy some skins here and there, but like that's about it, right? But it's been 1,000-ish days, and it's been honestly pretty good. I don't like a lot of people ask me, "Oh, do you feel burnt out on the game?" I don't, and honestly, ever since I started playing on the free-to-play account, which I'm also gonna make a box showcase for, because why not? It's been like a few months since I started playing there. I've actually been liking the game more. I've been double playing the game. I've been grinding on the whale account and the free-to-play account at the same time, and I've been liking the game more. I don't know if that's weird, but yeah. Let's get into it. If you don't, by the way, let me explain. If you don't know why my name is Pick Me, is because there's something I like to call the funny raid method, where you can do infinite raids, and I put that name so people would pick me for their invitations. So that's actually the name. In the global version, I have Nagato because I get more invites like that. But yeah, so I'm sitting at 10.7 million box CC. Again, I don't really go for 12. I could, if I really wanted to, I could just swipe and go crazy on buying anvils and buying a shit ton of things, but I don't really care for all that. I know some whales that, when they see a bundle that would give them like more box CC and stuff, they just infinite buy until they buy however much they need, right? Buy as many UR stones to UR gear, the whole box. I don't really care for all that, if I'm being honest. I just like the content creation, and that's what I go for. So I have, how much? 4, 8, 11 rolls of level 100 characters. That's a 55, 56 level 100 characters right now. Around the 40-ish mark of level 100 characters, I kind of just stopped grinding as much because I just ran out of SSR pendants. And every single character, basically, aside from like randomly getting free SSR pendants from activities, have been just me buying SSR pendants with gold and SSR coins, and it really hurts. So I haven't been grinding as much. I could have gone for like, at this point, like 80 SSR, 80 level 100 characters if I really have gone for it, but again, SSR pendants are a problem in this game, and hopefully in the upcoming months it's going to become better. But dupes wise, you can see that I have most characters 6/6. A few not. I don't really go for 6/6ing every character anymore. The only characters I really go for 6/6ing on their initial banner is collab characters, because it's like very difficult for them to come back. The only collab character, I think, that I don't have 6/6 is, let me go down here. I think I'll see him very easily because he is True 6. It's Levi. And after the banner left, I regretted so much not 6/6ing him that I don't make the same mistake again. I really hope Attack on Titan comes back. But I don't really 6/6 banner characters anymore because I haven't really been spending much money on the game as much as I used to. You can see like Lily is 5/6, but on her initial banner, I 2/6'd her. Jormungandr is 4/6, but again, on her initial banner, I 2/6'd. Some of these characters like 4-6, 4-6, I got kind of lucky on their banners, but I don't really go ham anymore on just normal character banners, like bring other 4-6, 4-6. So I'm not, I'm not, you know, as big of a whale as maybe some people think I am. Obviously, still, you look at this, right? It's like crazy. But yeah, for banner characters these days, it's just not good value. The banners that they do for these characters, like, isn't the best. And even for me, where most of the characters in those banners are characters that I, again, wouldn't have gone for 6-6 on their original banner because their banners were bad. Like, I end up not pulling them because the rates are so bad. So I don't 6-6 them, right? Like, Lilia has been on 3 banners, I think, and I only have her 5-6, even though I summoned on all those banners. And it's because, you know, the rates are so bad, I end up not pulling her as much. On Elaine's banner, where she came back, I pulled her 0 times. But all these characters 6-6 that, you know, I've been showing, I chose level 100 characters based on content for the most part. I didn't really go for, oh, what character will help me on X activity for the most part. Some characters I did, like Scotty, but for the most part, it was like, oh, what character is like fun to make a video on? Let's 100 green nunchuck Bon. Let's go for that, even though it's like a terrible character, right? It's mostly for content, and that's basically my whole idea with my box in general. So speaking of in the level 100s and stuff, SSR pendants. Let's take a look at my inventory. I'll take a look at gears in a second. My inventory is what you'd expect. Again, I have all these mats for leveling up characters, not Belmoth, but I have all these mats for leveling up characters, and I have 2 UR pendants, cool, and 1 SSR pendant. And you may think, oh, but you know, you level 100 in so many characters, right? That's why you only have 1 SSR pendant. Well, let's take a look at my coin shop, because you will see that I have 0 gold coins and 66 SSR coins. Now, 0 gold coins. Why do I have 0 gold coins? Because you may see that you can buy SSR. I also bought these because leveling up card sets is horrible. But you may see that you can buy SSR coins from gold coins. SSR pendants, sorry, for gold coins. And I have spent, for the last month, since the original demon basically, probably around 700 to 1,000 gold coins in SSR pendants. Actually, I'm not sure how many coins I had. Probably around there, like 700 to 1,000 gold coins. And SSR coins, I probably spent like 80 to 100 SSR coins in SSR pendants to level up characters. And that is why I haven't really been farming as much as I did in the first like 2 weeks or so of the raid, because I'm like, okay, anytime I want to level up a character, it costs me 12 SSR coins. It's like, it's awful. But again, I do think in the upcoming weeks and months, we're going to be getting better treatment with pendants, but it is what it is. Alright, so I'm just interjecting this in the video because I forgot. I'm recording this after the latest maintenance, so you might actually see I have 1 extra character level 100 here actually. Where is it? Shit, where is it? The blue base Meliodas. But I have every single character 5 hearts, except collab characters cannot get hearts. I don't know why, but it's just kind of weird, right? I wish they did. Every single character 5 hearts. And I am working on getting 250 hearts as well. I actually just got 2 hearts from Meliodas with the new one. Working on getting 250 hearts. It's kind of a long grind. I've been working on this for a while. I've been working on getting Hendrickson, because Hendrickson had 0 hearts for me. I've been autoing with Hendrickson for like almost a month now, and only now I'm about to be done. The hearts grind here is pretty tough, but yeah, I just want to say this because I forgot about it. Let's talk about gears, right? How are my gears looking like? I have a ton of gears. You may see that all the top characters are going to be either geared up. So Bon here, of course, I have HP defense. and attack crit. But of course, for Purgatory Bond, what I usually run is HP crit with crit chance and crit damage rolls, because that's like the best way of running him. But you may see for the most part I run the Ragnarok Bond in the back with HP defense for CC, right? Excalibur Arthur, he does of course the HP defense. Zeldris is HP defense and attack crit, because, you know, it's Zeldris. Ram has HP defense for a CC. Ram, with an E, has attack crit for damage. Emilia is HP defense. Merlin has both attack crit and HP defense. Melly has both attack crit and HP defense. I was thinking of making another HP defense set for him. I might do it eventually. Because there are so many Mellies and they end up being good links for a lot of characters. The one has both, or Askener has both HP defense and attack crit. Or, you know, you can mix and match attack crit, attack defense, HP crit, HP defense, right? Kyo has HP defense because for the most part you just want him to be on the field and, you know, igniting, not doing damage. Rugal has attack defense with pierce rolls on the left side. That's how I found him to be work best. Athena doesn't. So. But she's level 100, so that's why she's the top. My used to have attack crit war gear, but I don't have it anymore. Lilia has an HP defense. I have both HP defense with pierce rolls and with attack rolls for blue Lilia, the other blue Lilia, right? King has HP defense, attack crit. Saurio has HP defense, attack crit. You see a lot of these characters have both. Tarmiel is an interesting one because he has triple defense, right? If I just select it from the other characters, he had triple defense, HP defense, and attack crit because, you know, I was like, oh, Red Tarmiel, it's gonna be fun to run him with attack crit because he does so much damage, right, with his flood card, and so I did it for a video. Ludo has attack, so Ludo is a character where I messed up his gear, right? Because how you want to build gear in this game is when you make two sets of gear for the same character, you want it to look like this, right? You have the same positions for attack and HP and the same positions for defense and crit. Because if you mess up, what you end up with is my HP defense gear has defense here and here. So when I made attack crit, I made it like this and I messed it up because now if I wanted to, for whatever reason, make HP crit, I can't because the crit gears are here and not where the defenses would be. So I messed that one up. I don't remember messing up any other gears. I think this was my only one that I messed up. But that's why with every gear set I make, that's my priority of doing, like, because people ask, oh, is there a reason why you make gears in specific positions? And I mean, yes, that's the reason. There's no difference in terms of the stats, but if you want to make your characters have multiple gear sets, you want those to align perfectly. This is Askener's gear. Shin has attack crit and attack defense, because green Shin on PvP doesn't really crit, so defense was better for him. But for red Shin, of course, he guarantees crit, so attack crit is better. I haven't been showing the rolls, so yeah, of course, the other Shin. I haven't really been showing the rolls, but for the most part, a lot of these characters have like around like 14.5-ish on their gears. Some characters like Ascanor and Meliodas have like full 15% gear, but very specific ones. Rox is both attack crit and HP defense. Some specific ones do, but for the most part none. Mona's attack crit, I was thinking of making her HP defense and I might one day do. Oh, no, this is triple defense for Tarmiel. No, I think this is triple defense for Gallant. I might one day do, but I just keeping it like that. Jormungandr's attack defense for Deer. She does crit on Deer, so attack crit would be nice for her, but I find that her crits don't do that much more damage to warrant it. Shuna has HP defense for PvP. Rimuru has both attack crit and HP defense. Let me put the defenses here because right now. But I often actually use him with attack defense because he ends up being a character that if you don't give him crit support, he doesn't crit anyways. So you might as well use attack defense for the extra defense. Tarmiel, we already talked about him. Diane has both attack crit and HP defense. Attack crit is actually really good for her. on original demon and fine. I do way more damage than people that don't have attack gear for her. Skyly's attack defense. She again, same thing as Ermengander, where I see her critting on the deer, because this is a deer character. But again, the crits don't do enough damage to warrant it. We're talking about Sariel. Liz has both attack crit. So, okay, talk about the SR side in a bit, but she has both attack crit and HP defense. The attack crit the attack gears were not warranted. I probably will give this to someone else, but HP crit was decent. So, remember when I said I've been playing this game for 1,000 days? When Engraving first came out, so this was a long time ago. When Engraving first came out, they did it in batches, right? And at the time, I was kind of free to play. I only really bought the monthly and weekly bundle, and that was basically it. That's how most people I knew were at the time. And so I wasn't really... I actually barely had SSR gears, really, at the time. And so, you know, at the time I was like, oh, let me make R gear and make good rolls. At the time, for me, good rolls were 13%. And make SR, and it's going to be, like, really good. And, like, that was my my train of thought back then. Of course, Milios, where I talked about him. King is attack crit and HP defense, like we already said. Megalda is attack crit. I usually recommend people choose attack defense on her, but Bird is so easy with her Holy Relic that it's like you can use her attack crit, and it doesn't do that much more damage to crit of her, but it's like you don't even need the extra defense. You don't. Terry, okay. Terry, I did an oopsie for him because I originally gave him attack crit. And it was like, why did I do this? Because he doesn't crit. How much crit chance does he have? 56%. He doesn't crit, right? So that was an oopsie. So eventually I gave him attack defense. But I kind of wish I had HP defense for him, and I might give him one day. Did we talk about Galfer? Galfer has both attack crit and HP defense. I usually run him with HP defense for the most part, but he does have the attack. Brunhild's attack crit, I don't think I gave her HP defense. Yeah, she has attack crit. I used to have full crit chance rolls for her because Green Brynhilder on the bird actually is optimal with crit chance rolls because she does just more damage critting. But for deer, she isn't. So that's why I gave her full attack. And that's Brynhilder again. Lily already talked about. I do have pierce rolls for her for HP defense. Benny Maurer has attack crit. Benny Maurer is such a fun character. He's not very good, but when I can make him pop off and look good for videos, he does look good. Milo is attack crit. A lot of people say they gave her attack defense because, you know, she has so much crit chance and crit damage, sorry, anyways, that giving her 20 more doesn't make a difference. But I only use her for deer anyways. Oh, she has like 14%. I only use her for deer anyways, and I just want to do damage, you know. Banar talked about, Meliodas talked about, Arthur. Twigo has HP defense. Merlin, Gil Thunder has HP defense. I think we're almost done here. Yep, we're done with the level 100s. And like some odd characters that have UR gear as well. I think I removed it from 11. Valenti has attack, crit resistance, and HP defense with resistance rolls, and full crit resistance gear. Because when she first came out, I was like, oh man, she's gonna be so good with full crit resistance gear. She wasn't. Hawk has attack defense UR gear. So that's also an interesting one. Nanashi has HP defense UR gear as well. Elaine has HP defense UR gear. That's a lot of UR gears, huh? Who else? Gallant. Where's Gallant? Galland has full defense UR gear. And the reason why he has full defense UR gear is that Galland is the link buddy for Blue Tarmio. And so I made him full defense gear so he would be a good link buddy. No, it's about to go maintenance. I have 10 minutes, it's good. I think that's about it. Does Yori have UR gear? I think I removed it from him because he is a sad character. I think that's about it for the UR gears. That's a lot of UR gear sets. I want to go into all of them. Oh, okay, Helbram has UR gear. Jericho has attack crit UR gear. I want to go into all the UR sets because I get asked a lot, like what gears I give characters. Melasco has HP lifesteal because that's what she wants, right? She wants lifesteal. Hauser has the attacks UR and with pierce rolls. So Slater has full HP defense UR gear as well. For Red Slater, basically. The SSR one, not the SR. The gear sets, oh, I'm sorry, I was thinking, the gear sets are basically it. I want to go into them because, you know, a lot of people ask about them. Costumes, I have almost every single character in the game with full costumes, I think. The only characters I don't have are like the odd ones, like you, for example. I probably don't have, yeah, I don't have like some of the weapons. Like some of these weapons that I don't have are like the ones that you have to buy from the special shop, and like I don't wait for the special shop. I never remember to buy it. The only characters I don't have are these 3 characters right here, the top 100 characters. I never really went for them because I never saw the need to. Again, me as a content creator, you'd think I would care, but honestly, they are so bad. And the way content creation works is, for the most part, people are more interested in things they could eventually obtain than things they will never be able to obtain. And these characters, for the most part, like 99.9% of my viewers will not be able to ever obtain them because you need to be a mega whale, especially on JP. JP, it was and is super ultra competitive when it comes to top 100 PvP, especially when characters are on the line. And for me, I could have gone for it, but I just never really cared to do so. And now I kind of regret not doing so. You know, at the time I was like, I'm probably not going to care. But, you know, they never release any more of these because they knew that no one cares about them. And like, it's true, no one really cares about them. But it kind of looks ugly, doesn't it, on the box? I have every character except these 3. It kind of looks ugly. And that's why. Like, I only care. Like, if I did go for getting, if they brought them back, right, and I got these characters, I probably would never make videos on them, ever. I just want them because it looks ugly on my box, and that's one of the reasons as well I level 60'd Fraudrin and Liz, because they look ugly on the box as SSRs, and I regret it so much. That was one of the big mistakes I did that I'm not gonna repeat on my free-to-play account now that I have the chance to not do it again. So yeah, costumes, I have basically every costume, but for the majority of characters, I don't have them all like maxed out. And that's something that gives you a lot of box CCs, maxing out all the costumes. Like if I go on the top, like most of these top characters have max leveled up costumes, like maybe like Athena doesn't have it. Oh, actually has some of the costumes maxed out, probably the UR ones because it's cheaper, right? But yeah, that was all box CC. Now, since we only have 6 minutes, I mean 6 minutes is a long time. Goddamn maintenance is about to start. PvP wise, you know, I always go, as much as I can, go for Champ 1 in Geared for maximizing my gem count, you know. And for Geared, I mean, I hover around Champ 1 to Champ 3. I try not to go for Challenger because as a content, Challenger is dead. There's no one playing Challenger, and so I basically only fight bots in Challenger, and it's like making videos on PvP characters and fighting bots is just not very fun. And that's about it. I mean, there's not much else. I mean, okay, let's end with the question. People go, oh, so how much money do you spend? Because that's what people have been like patiently waiting for me to say. So I actually looked up on my Google Play in preparation for this video, and for the past year, so basically ever since Bond came out, I've been spending around, and listen, this is something that I only spend because I am a content creator, and making the videos are like make it a necessity, right? If it's a dead-ish month, like a drier month, around 3 to 500 euros. I buy stuff with euros because I'm in Europe. And for like a more out their month with like a festival and maybe like a collab, around like 8 to 1200 euros, and that's a lot. Like I cannot imagine like normal people and like normal players that aren't content creators spending that much just to play the game, like every month, right? Because it's like not like a one-time thing. That's every month, just to maintain like having enough gems, having enough like costume upgrade materials, having enough stuff to be able to make the content. Essentially, again, if I was going for like 12 million bucks CC, I'll be spending way more. Way more. And a lot of the top whales spend like 10 times that at times, and okay, maybe not 10 times, but like, okay, that's way too much. Maybe not 10 times, but like 4 or 5 times that a month to maintain having like, you know, going for having the most box CC possible, having, the advantage, the upper hand on like guild wars and stuff like that, top 100. But I never really care for all those things. I only really care for content creation. So that's the maintenance cost of getting of having all these things and being able to create all the content. So that's about it. I mean, I can go over like cards as well. I'm missing a few of the SSR cards. Never really pulled these because, well, it is what it is. The cards are not guaranteed, right? Well, this is all. I mean, I don't have some of these. I don't have the like these two demon ones, because I never do hell for them. Missing the SSR one for Ascanor here. Missing a lot of cool cards, man. The one... Is this even possible to get? Oh, no, it's not. Well, okay. I was about to say, like, I don't think I've ever seen that being available. Oh, yeah, I'm missing a few cards. This one's from story. It's gonna be, like, next chapter, yeah. Yeah, and the... card sets wise, like most of my card sets I actually leveled up, some of the top ones here, but some of these are not. Like some of the card sets that I don't see why I would level them up are not, because especially, so this one I actually really wanted to, but leveling up level 5 card sets is so much. It requires so much resource investment that it's really an issue, I think, in the game. They should give more cards for fodder and letting you level up. Oh, I forgot. My timer here. Holy relics. The only holy relic I don't have in the game is Goddess Liz, and I can actually make it right now. I have the materials, but I hate her so much. I don't want to ever make this holy relic. So yeah, I think that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. And wait for the free-to-play account box showcase. That one is going to be even better. Trust. That... yeah. It's the same thing. They look the same.